One at the end, he's been taken down by the AWP rotation.
Mouse have been a little bit slow getting here. They might not be ready for Hampus. Rops is faking a ramp play out here, and that at least has gotten the AWP out of hell, which gives Hampus now the task of holding down outside alone. These smokes are weird, and Hampus knows it, but he's just fighting through them, fighting around them. And he's even hounding down Chris J.
Options available for Mousesports. Rops looks to hold rotations, but he gets caught by Plopsky, dropping into the hut as well. That's mad. Chris, 1-on-3, B-bomb site, loads of grenades for NiP, so he needs to get in a good position now. Stuck out in the open, spotted from the ramp. The molly pushes him out. Oh, great shot for Chris. He's going to follow up. Low HP, doesn't matter. Immediate headshot, and now it's on to Hampus with a Molotov in the door. Chris is held back, but he is waiting for the tap, and the molly's too deep. Oh, it's a stick in the smoke. Chris, he doesn't realize he hasn't found it, but he gets the shot at the end. Chris J, a 1-on-3, and Mousesports, they keep it going.
Yes, indeed. And Mao's now in this 5-on-4, no, 5-on-5 rather, almost a 5-on-4 with Twist being so tagged up. But this Molotov could push a man out of the CT vent, and that's going to really cause some problems. It actually gets smoked off, and they're not even looking at it. They're not even Who do they think threw this smoke? Who do they think threw the smoke? Hampus is just still sat there. Carrigan's like, oh, hang on.
Surely he's not there.
He's really not believing. Oh. There we go. That's the thing, right? You might fool, like, you know, everyone else, but Carrigan, he's like looking at that smoke and he's going, something ain't right about that.
Probably will, because he's missing all of his. Oh boy, there's the third. They run him down, they chase him. And Carrigan, he's the cold-hearted killer. Chris is in a great position. Rez is going to go for the check though, and Chris is looking up. He gets caught. Right-eyed peek. Favoring Rez, and now Mousesports, they're just looking for anything at this point. Twist is checking ramp, always making noise. Good reaction though, does catch Frozen deep, and Hampus drops BMAS outside. It's a 5 alive round for NiP. They keep everyone standing.
3-on-3 now with the bomb down, and Frozen's flank felt like it could have got away with more, but sadly timing gets the better of him. Nice flash from Rez, and Carrigan so damn blind. That's given them a chance. Rops is the only man with any HP, and so he might have to do a lot of the heavy lifting here, and he is good for one. Now tapping the bomb is Plopsky. Chris J goes in for the peak. There's no time, is there? No.
Oh, it's such a nice try from Plopsky, man. That was almost perfect for NiP, but yeah, taking...
Yeah, it's the Swede take as they try and move in, but Chris J holding from the rafters while Hampus does break the silence here for NiP and opens up a 3-on-3. This little crossfire between Frozen and Carrigan is not one to underestimate. They deal with Hampus, and now Nork out through Decon. Chris J actually gets bested by him as well, but there's so little time. They've got to get on this defuse, and with that kill for Carrigan there, he's locked in the round regardless. 9 on the board for Mousesports.
The AWP looked pretty good last round on the retake. Gonna need to be again with a fast outside take, but the AWP's on ramp and Carrigan's come through main. Hampus cross secret, and Twist sees nothing. He only hears the pitter-pattering, and he needs to get in the back line now. There it is, Twist popping in from behind. BMAS with an entry into A, but there's still a heavy setup here. Plopsky has not been removed above the hut, and oh no, he runs out of ammo. Good damage, BMAS low. Rops needs a kill, and he can't get it, even with Twist being pushed out from behind the vent. BMAS closing.
Not the most optimal of financial situations on that last round there for Mousesports, but they're doing what they can with it, which ultimately has been no damage so far on the NiP side. And no bomb plant. This looks like it's going to be a grinder of a round. There's that Hampus Rampus, I promise you. Carrigan falls. And he's not the last one. Rops as well. Plopsky's going to find him from the heavens. And 44 HP for Plopsky. That's all the damage found in that round. We're going to go to a break because it's a 9-6 half. We're going to have to come back after some...
Yeah, mainly who's got the momentum, and right now, Mousesports, wondering if it disappeared in the end of that half. They're getting wrapped. Frozen spamming the smoke. He doesn't know, but BMAS does trade only for one. Carrigan still on the A site. Support from Heaven, but it's getting spammed back. Carrigan getting run down, but he's hitting all the shots he needs. 2 kills, and Nork alone, a long way away, already wrapping Heaven, but Rops is clearing out this flank. He's coming in from the back, and he might have this one dead to rights. Oh, he almost considered it. Nork looked for a second, but there's Rops right behind. Andy, that sauce is rent-free in your guys' head.
Hoisting is like the ultimate sauce. I think that's one thing we can all agree on.
Yeah, sure.
So let's see Rops putting some sauce on him at ramp, doubling up with the M4. And the bomb did make it down, somehow. Rops has dealt with everyone else, but Plopski, he's like jamming in these numbers fast as he can. He doesn't even care about getting kills now. And that's good, because he doesn't get any.
Throw caution to the wind in this round and go for a faster approach. They got pistols out with the armor and utility looking like an A-take. Red's going to go running through the Molotov. Good luck. Burning down. Carrigan's let them all through. He's blinded early. BMAS is going to trade. If the bomb gets planted, that's massive for NiP. But right now, Chris is keeping the pressure up high. Rez drops him down below. 2 for him, as now NiP somehow, some way have the man advantage. But they're not safe or secure in this round just yet.
Now they really are. 2 of these players are very, very low, but Frozen's not to know that. And Hampus is even wrapping Silo, mate. Of course he is. He just shoots Frozen.
To ice it up a bit, but he's going to lose his head immediately. Great shot from Rez. That's what we love him for. NiP have lower. Quick rotate for Robs. He's got to put up a kill. He does. Chris with the scout. All going very wide, but he hits the headshot. Bodies are not a thing when Chris has the scout in play, and that's going to delay the plant, giving time for Carrigan to once again slip the knife in their back.
Yeah, BMAS is even here as well. Carrigan tries to swing, but Nork is scoped up. However, that does delay the plant. They get off of it. Chris has moved in through ramp, blind as a bat, and almost able to connect there, but Rez just beating him on the timing. BMAS trying to get out, but Nork scoped up already. Going to solidify an 8th on the board for NiP, and that little fast secret.
Yeah, it's almost as if NiP wanted them to pull a rotation outside, but of course don't fall for it. Holy smokes, Twist has absolutely wrecked Rops in the top of ramp room. That's going to give them a clear path all the way down to the bottom. However, Chris J has just showed up on the scene, and it could be murder she wrote. Here we go, AWP, 1 on the Rez, and now he's going to have to back away. The numbers game has not gotten in favor of Mousesports. The bomb's going to get planted in a 2v3. Here comes Chris J, though. If he peeks right, just right, and he could have won that duel. Hampus a little bit quicker on the trigger.
Very drastically closed on up. And with each passing victory, NiP are just getting more and more well off. And that will be what happens here. Plopski is still up on the rafters, so that's something to bear in mind. Even if these other 2 players don't stand the test of time, you got Plopski to fall back on. Nork holding for the peak, but misses the shot. Does live to fight another day, and he's got Rez holding with him. BMAS gonna fall finally to this AWP. And now it's this heaven flank that really needs to decide everything, and it all comes down to whether or not Rops is going to check this close left position for Plopski. Rez actually just deletes him immediately, and so Frozen's got no choice but to back away. 12 on the board for NiP. So they're all hitting this site together on the retake. In comes the onslaught, a utility from ramp. BMAS opens up onto Nork, and it all falls onto Twist in a 1v3.
No one's on it.
Yeah, they've got to get on this bomb now. Frozen defusing it, and it's all locked in. Thankfully, Chris J holds the line, and they only just get that one over. That's the Trace Stunner Saranthus prediction here. 2 or nothing. Carrigan, in they go, and the answer is none. Damage done, but that's about it. Plopski does help out, and is like, yeah, see you later, Twist. Get out of here. Shoots him in the back of the head, and now a leg from Chris J. I love this from Frozen. He's just aggressed in through Squeaky. And now they try and run the gauntlet to ramp, but this is where Rops has just got open season with the AWP. And Mousesports, they're going to reach map point here at 15-13.
Team pick it up, and wrapping outside his Hampus. He's top performer right now, and he's going to keep it up. Great entries from Hampus. He loves taking over this A site. The Carrigan's dropped the bomb onto a rifle with great results. Chris finding Hampus from with the AWP, and Robs from ramp has come heaven with his as well. So there's 2 orbs in play. One of them going to get dropped. Nork does find it. This bomb is still in the open though, and Carrigan has just missed the timing. Picked back up from Rez in the site. Carrigan turns around, and Rez does not. Good night. It's all on Nork and the 1-on-2 to save the map.
Yeah, Rops is even flanking outside. Carrigan doesn't even need to see, because through the smoke, he is the reckoning of NiP. And look at him go. Look at that, man. Carrigan playing up to the camera. You know he misses. Oh, and well, it's a very, very fast start. Hugo, you ought to do sound effects, mate. Oh, no, I don't. We're good. We're good. We're back in, and here it is. Traded left and right. It's actually the opening for Carrigan. Briefly dealt with there by Hampus. Chris J inside, and there's a lot of players here at B, but it's just even trades all across the board into this 2-on-2. Rops moving up through short. And now BMAS back in the market. This is slowed right down. We almost had A brawly beginning, and the brawl happened, and now we have the aftermath of the storm, and it's two players on either side trying to navigate this round, looking for anything they can. Oh, holding this angle. BMAS digged in response. They're both 2 and 3 HP respectively, and so this duel for Rops could decide it all, because now he's left in a clutch. BMAS not able to bail him out anymore, and Rops has got to win this one solo. While he's having this fight, there's still a man inside of the site. Rops looking for anything, and well, he does find Nork. He can't land the follow-up onto Hampus. NiP, they get the pistol locked in with one man surviving.
Could look to stop it once that connector smoke fades, but right now he's still watching A. Mousesports don't know.
Oh, Frozen holding the line. He's got Chris J helping him out, but he does lose his buddy. Twist now in the 1v3, peaked by Frozen. Rotations are in at the market. But Frozen's going to hold down the line. Saves the AWP as well, and he will get away with it. So he's just got to stay tucked in. Chris J's trying to hold the cross. They're going to flash to get over, and Hampus actually just takes the fight and wins it out. But they don't account for BMAS back in CT. He's bought precious time. He gets tagged in through Ticket. Frozen's not able to help. BMAS is just wrestling with the clock, and he does get dropped eventually. Frozen now left in the clutch. He's gotten close within this site, but he finds himself trapped between both remaining Swedes. He's dealt with the first. Now just has to try find Rez, who is still tucked behind these triple boxes. Runs the gauntlet, gets into CT, just drives by Frozen, taps the bomb, trying to bait this peek out from Rez, and Frozen not quite able to win it out. It's 3 in the round for the man in question.
Yeah, those smokes will fade soon, though. Robs is going to go above them. Oh, popping in. Twist turns around as they do, and he deals with him. CT Spawn has 2 CTs in, and BMAS is not waiting around. He's coming through the smoke. He could catch a timing with a flash going high, but it's actually Twist to be dropped by Frozen. Finally, BMAS crawls through, catches the AWP, leaving Rez at the back of the site, but no longer. Carrigan finds that shot through the wall.
They're just going to go through. Carrigan could be in a bit of danger here. He's concealed behind CT right now. But as he swings out, they're already deep, far deeper than he was ever ready for. Rops. Oh, almost a kill there. Rez was ripe for the taking, but he wasn't able to do it. BMAS now trapped at ramp. He's got it into a 3-on-3 at least. This bomb on the back of Nork has to go down, but with Twist already so deep in CT, they are just walking to their demise. Chris don't even realize. And Plopsky puts down BMAS at the very, very end. NiP, they're looking dominant on Mirage. They're not missing a beat. And is now holding the back line as well. And so this is going to prompt the rest of Mouse to just disengage and offer up this site temporarily to allow Frozen this timing. He's going to catch Twist for free back in Palace. Now, they know about the lurk, but knowing about it is one thing. It's responding to it. It's quite the other. Rez is trying to keep an eye on it, but he's also tasked with watching CT. This is a lot of responsibility for just one man to hold on to. Half the time ticked off this bomb. Rez with the swing doesn't find anything, and Nork finished off by Rops. The defuse going to come on in, and Mousesports, they are able to recover that round.
Looking like they want A, just judging by Twist's position, but he's about to uncover the terrible truths of this round. The pre-fire for BMAS, he sees a shadow, and Twist wants nothing to do with it. He's drawn enough attention. He knows NiP now need to watch close ramp, and that will be calmed over as they run through the smoke. Oh.
Wow, that's brutal, isn't it? Everyone's kind of ready. They kind of think they know what's coming their way, but NiP, they're just so swift in those moments. They don't waste any time.
At least they're doing it together, not just one by one. Knock actually is going to get that information, and now Frozen's left in a very scary situation for himself. Dies.
Big control's looking good. Mousesports barely being able to contest. Every time they do, they put this AWP here, and the same thing happens. It gets mollied out, bombarded with flashbangs. Carrigan shot a warning shot, but he does follow up with a kill. Only one. Now Chris on short needs to win that, and Hampus is going to take him back. This guy's not just got the brain, he's got the aim to back it up. 2 kills in middle to start this round. It could be NiP hunting for 11. They've seen it, and Nork is going to hit the flick as well. That is unreal.
There is going to be a CT peak. Rops was just holding for it, but the timing couldn't get any worse. And there's the double from Twist to end this half, 11-4.
The statement actually from NiP, having lost the first map of Nuke.
Yeah, going to be a B crunch, but there are 3 players here for NiP. Mouse, they're walking into the stack and they can't get past Plopsky. It makes it look all too easy over towards short. And this pistol round might be striked away from Mouse. It all falls onto Carrigan. No armor behind the P2, and he gets bested as well.
Back to the mid nades. Mousesports is delayed in taking it, though. Chris is going to flash him out. Oh dear, Frozen already going down to the B apartments. The rest of them in through middle. No flash needed. They're just going to run the gauntlet. Maybe they would have loved the flashbang because Rez has found 3. Popped back in by another. Deagle out for Rez. Twist steals it away, but it's not a worry. It's still a full house for NiP. 14. And now Mousesports taking the bomb back through T-Spawn. It's all a ruse. It's all a fake, but they've lost both faking players. Now down to that A play. And already NiP are throwing bodies back at that A site. They know that there's no one else following up on short. Rops has given away his position on A, but he hasn't got the kill to Dinky. Looks away, and Twist wins that battle out. Swapping to the D to stop the cross. Will get shot, but Nork drops the bomb, and this is where it all comes crumbling down. Frozen in a 1-on-4. Just not meant to be. NiP up to 15.
And you see, yeah, that Dink with the AK.
It's a fast approach in through Con, but already in Palace is a guy going by the name of Rez who looks to steal this whole round away. Lots of damage, and that now makes Hampus even more deadly. Rops, well, trade him out at least, and Rez still here just being a nuisance. Can't overextend in this position. Frozen able to deal with Twist over at short side, and suddenly for NiP, they are down to just 2, but there's Nork in the jungle dealing with 1. Carrigan giving up his position as well, and they know that Frozen was in the ladder room, so right now, they are aware of this 2v1 they've got in the A site, and Carrigan just gets wiped off the face of the earth. Frozen has to find this, but Nork just spamming the smoke, locks it in. How's that even fair? NiP, an incredibly dominant win on Mirage, and this one gets settled on the train yards. He's running out of there, getting out of danger, and putting himself in the sandwich, but that there leaves him in the prying eyes of more danger. So now Rops over here in heaven, holding on to this outside area, but they know, they've seen him. They've seen, what was it, like a shoulder, a barrel? I couldn't tell, but they know that Rops is here. His cover's been blown. They're onto him. They know his real identity, and they deal with him up in the heavens. Twist doubling up. Chris spotted as well. His position's no longer a secret, and it all falls onto Carrigan, and then to no one as NiP sweep that pistol round on the board. Well, Rez going to move in through upper, and down here at ramp, there is the Deagle on Rops, and it's here in a big way. Come on, give us a third. Yeah, there it is. Rops, why not 4? You're already, not 4 actually. You know what, that's a little too much to ask. Plopsky still in a world of hurt. 1v4 required, and Chris J scouts him out of the round. An immediate reply from Mouse, and already.
Like he knew, you know?
Yeah.
Right, like, great shot. Yeah, like it was expected. Obviously, BMAS was already on the roster at the time as a 6th man. He got moved up into, you know, pole position post-Cologne. But yeah, Woxic, his last game of Cologne Vertigo map, he wasn't even AWPing on it, Trace. We were like sitting there thinking, yeah, this is probably just round the corner, and somehow, some way, NiP, they're around the corner. They're around both corners, in B, in CT, everywhere in between. The swap doesn't matter. You said it was a trash round. It certainly started that way.
Now, there is a fast rotation available from Carrigan from this B site, but we do need at least one of these 2 players that are about to be challenged, the BMAS and Frozen, to hold their ground. If they both fall right away, this A site is right for the taking, no matter how fast the rotations are. And luckily enough, BMAS is able to win his side of the fight. Delays it for just a moment, but is that enough? Because Plopsky has just torn open the A side of the map, and it's only Rops left in the blink of an eye.
Not a lot of time nor weaponry to do it with, and he's been spotted as well. Twist with the info and hits a perfect shot. Rops also hits the shot.
Yeah, so it's going to be a B play. Look at this. Hang on a moment, Trace. I didn't mean to cut you off, but look at this. Rops is cutting them down. Ramp. It belongs to Rops. He's in with 4. They try and go B, and well, they end up taking a pretty destructive route into the site. Frozen there with the last as well.
All the feet. That's enough for Carrigan.
Boom.
Takes a grab at him and steals Rez's shoes away. Nork does drop down with a flashbang, but Carrigan has the cross, and Rops with another AWP is here as well. They're pushing through the smoke. Oh dear, they've taken a bullet to the face. Nork, he's still standing with his AWP on full health and going above the train, almost dropped by Rops. Carrigan, well, Frozen rather, does it instead. There's everyone fighting on the lane side. NiP are looking to take kills back, but instead their hole is getting dug deeper. Mousesports have the shovel out, and Right now, Hampus might have to dig his own grave in this 1-on-4. Bomb is down under enemy control. 4 on the B-bomb site. This smoke gives away his position, and now all eyes are tuned and trained on ramp. Frozen, he hears the tags, and he knows what's coming.
Yeah, there's not really much Hampus can do there, is there? But if I know NiP like I think I know NiP, they might have something to do with going through this smoke. They boost a man up over the top of it. They flash Frozen in the meantime on the Mouse side into main, and he makes a bit of a mess. They do try and go through the smoke, but Carrigan, he's privy to it. Flash through, Carrigan back on the angle, misses the second time around, and that's given a little bit of room over to these two stragglers for NiP, but BMAS and Frozen, they combine for a kill onto Twist, no less. And that leaves Nork in the hot seat. He's not able to breach his way into that site. BMAS try to hold on to Olaf. They know that Hampus was out here being a nuisance, being annoying, and he's going to continue being exactly that. They try and deal with him. It only makes the problem worse. Nork has already gotten a little too close for Carrigan's liking. And there's Ropswin with the trade, but it's still a huge advantage with NiP.
Waiting for the right time to strike, and he spotted him. But oh dear, Miss Molly. Rops just has to commit, throw everything at this site right now because the bomb is ticking down. Hampus shot down by Rops on 4. One more. It's Twist at the back of connector.
Bomb is ticking away, and it's almost ticked past the point. 4 for Rops. It would be a travesty to lose the round now, but a spray is perfect for Twist, and that's it. That's the round. That's the half. NiP are going to put up 7, and we are split right down the middle here. Mousesports versus the Ninjas in Pajamas. His dreams were dampness.
Yeah, I think you said Hampus for damnedness or something like that. But this might prove to be a pretty wet-ass pistol round here. As BMAS and Chris J, they're looking to try, half the time ticked off this bomb. NiP going to drop a smoke onto it. That could be a disaster. Twist has a kit as well. He's on it. BMAS. Oh, it's not going to happen. The defuse comes in, and NiP, it's as easy as that. They get on the bomb. They hold E. It's just a skirmish for A, and it's everyone fighting here in this site. Frozen is the only man keeping things even right now. Carrigan's going to get into the site and get that bomb down. That nade somehow doesn't do a lot of damage. Carrigan don't have armor either. He's just running this one nude and looking to lock it in. Plopsky gets the info as to where one of these players is. Carrigan's just dancing around the train. He's streaking these together. And now Plopsky's been dodged by the man up on green. He's wrapped around behind, but Carrigan holds his ground. And so Mousesports, they come in with a reply very, very quickly there after the bomb plant. They go 9-8 up. They're going to burn this A site to the ground. And as they move in, there's not much in the way of resistance, is there? So this is nice, it's clean, and it's exactly what it needs to be for Mousesports. 11 on the board, and this is where things are going to start to get a little bit interesting now.
AK retrieved, the spam could be good, but oh dear, BMAS gets into the smoke. There's already a player out deep. Carrigan, he is all over this site, but he can't find Plopsky in the pop. Drop in for Robs. Oh dear, it's a good flash, and it keeps him back. Rez does trade. Nork on the AWP keeps things in the favor of NiP, but Chris is getting closer, and he's crisscrossing into the site, dropping one more with the AWP. There's the Conp campus trades at NiP. Just so many waves of defense on this A site. Everyone here.
Right, so now Mousesports going into B, and then throwing all these smokes. And Nork, ooh, tries to play through the one way. I can't keep that up forever. Sorry, guys, it's your fault.
Wake up!
Twist. Closing the distance, getting out through the connector, but Frozen putting on a bit of a show, completely annihilates this attempt at the retake.
Yeah, this certainly does have the makings of a 30-rounder, Harry. It's what you wanted. It's what you called here in this third map of the series. And it might be what we get. Certainly makes up for the 16-4 that NiP handed Mousesports. Rez, they know there's likely someone close. Util going over. Rez pop flashed himself back in. Chris won't fall for it. He was already tucked tight, and he will say goodnight. Double entry for Chris. Twist on Ivy with one more, and he's dropped it. Frozen with the deagle crossing out as well successfully. Still standing in the A site. Chris is trying to keep him trapped, but Plopsky, with the attention drawn, drops the bomb with 20 seconds left.
Rops is going to go through the smoke, tries to make a big boy play, and has dealt with Hampus. 10 seconds though, Molly on the bomb, Twist now wrapping around. They've got to retrieve it. They've got to get this bomb planted. And it might have all just fallen apart. Plopsky there to tear it away right at the very end.
They're teaching him Danish. It's a long-term project.
Like, at what point are we not trolling up here? We're just straight lying.
No, that was a straight line. Yeah. Darren, you caught me.
Oh,
shocker.
Hampus trying to get stuck in, but it's Rez to deliver, looking for even more. And Rez just tearing it down. Carrigan all alone, and he's legged Plopsky as he soars through the air like an F-16. He just deletes him. Wow, I've never thought about it that way.
I know it's a big brain. Like,
yeah, but you know, you're like going over, you're taking property, you're taking area off of the enemy, and you're trying to bankrupt them, and that's exactly what NiP are doing here. And also, Rez, the most unforgiving of landlords, that's going to be what? And that's... Plopsky holding main, almost a double up. Nork, there's an easy kill for him. Rez is still waiting. Chris, man, I hate to break it to you, but eventually you've got to go down. And when you do, Rez has not moved a muscle. He is still in this 2-on-3, but Chris is literally a breath away from death.
Oh, and yeah, Rez, he's going to deliver that onto him now. He's tapped down Carrigan. What an amazing round for Rez to just hold his own, to stall the pop dog for so long, and to smoke it off, to not even allow Mousesports to...
While the rest of the gang still have their eyes set towards A. They deal with Rez in pop. That opens up the rotation here for Carrigan with that bomb. Plopsky on the bomb train, trying to make a bit of a stand. He does have rotations coming in through the connector. And it's Hampus delivering a kill. But is that going to be enough? Because this site now has fallen apart. They're trying to get them off the bomb, but they can't. And Nork is dealt with shortly thereafter. 14-15. It's one away from overtime.
But I don't know if it's enough. Hampus has got a lot on his plate.
Oh, no.
Chris! They're next to each other. Chris is touching him with the barrel of the gun. They've gone round each other. Hampus in the smoke. Chris is like, I don't know, man. That smoke felt very, very deep for some reason. And now trying to get the bomb down, but oh no! Mop saves his life. Well, he doesn't, but he does get the trade. And now BMAS arrives from Ivy. Mouse, they need this for overtime, and it all falls onto Frozen. 1v2, back at the bomb site, and 2 players to beat. It's an AWP and an M4 up against him. Frozen rather, delivering the first, and he just gets out of there. 1 HP, still alive. No idea how. AWP in the hands of Twist, but he's on the 5-7, looking to deal with it, looking to deny overtime. Frozen, the game is in his hands, and he locks it in. We're going to OT. Mousesports and NiP, the fight rages on in overtime in just a moment, so don't go anywhere.
Frozen a 1-on-2 with 1 HP to get us here, and now it's got to be worth something for Mousesports. Molly through the smoke. Rez, the pop king in this game. He gets traded by the man coming through. Twist with a shot to stop Rob swiftly after. And BMAS with a Molly at the back of the bomb site is going to keep Nork passive. He smokes it. He wants to go through with the AWP. BMAS has wrapped around Hampus, though. This is getting messy inside of the site. The bomb getting spotted, and Nork with a quick shot to Carrigan. Tagged back, of course. It's got to be so close, and it's never clear until we're just there. Oh my! Almost a follow-up for Nork. The bomb retrieved, and Mousesports with nowhere to go but A.
Oh, Twist is quick with this AWP. Now double AWP up against BMAS. Frozen was able to clutch out a 1v2, turned 1v1 at 1 HP. Can BMAS do it with double the health? In theory, sounds easy, right? But is it going to be? BMAS wrapping around, looking for this kill, but Nork quick on the trigger, uses the AWP.
Rez is up in pop, could come up the ladder. He's holding for the rotate back. He's not convinced, and good reason to be. It is an A take, so Robs might have to get past this aggressive CT. Oh, barrel spotted. Rez repositions. He doesn't want to get dropped, but he turns around, and Robs drops in on his face. The AWP still fires off for Twist. His 3rd of the round right now, and that's left Chris in a near undoable clutch.
What's Chris J got up his sleeve?
Oh, okay.
It's the slow crawl back in through main. 4 HP now. We've had a 1 HP clutch. We've had a failed 2 HP clutch. And now on 4 HP as they keep doubling the numbers. Hampus has just walked in. Even he's surprised at how free this is. Carrigan, I'm so sorry, bud. You might get knifed. You might probably... Yeah, Hampus is going to show respect.
Let's just wait right here.
This is cool. He's waiting. He's playing. This is so patient. He's going to wait for his teammates to get into offer. There's the kill on a Carrigan. And now they're left wondering, like, what the hell has just happened? Rops falls. And dearie me, Mousesports. 2-on-3 in the retake. They're going to try and, I was going to say, like, come in together, but Nork just takes the fight, and Hampus does the same. 18 on the board for NiP. Match and series point.
Waiting on the fade. If he sits in it, could be favoured. Actually, he's using the wall to his advantage. Rops has gone above, and Rez is trying to put him below, but no one can see a thing. Rops spams him back. Hampus again in the smoke frozen. Not again. He turns around as the fade comes through. Unfortunate timing, and it might put NiP in the finish line, but Chris has other ideas. Nork out in main with the AWP. Again, snatching back the advantage. On a knife's edge now. Mousesports a man down. Chris has got to do it all.
This is impossible. Surely it's a good shot to open up, but Nork trades it back, and NiP, they close it out. It takes an overtime and almost made it double. But NiP get their first win here at the Pro League over Mouse in a competitive series that went the distance and then some.
Staring at this glow, so come, ride me, feel the flow.